Good morning, guys. I just wanted to go through what we're doing today. We're looking at algorithms, so we're continuing on with that work that we were doing last class, where we looked at flowcharts. An algorithm is essentially just a text version. Well, sorry, let me rephrase. An algorithm is basically just a way of writing out how a program is going to work before you program it. Right. Now, last class we went over a couple of different types through flowcharts. We did sequence, which is to run things in order. We did iteration, which is to loop something repeatedly. And we did selection, which is like a question. And depending on the answer to that question, something different happened. So, just a reminder, this is what they look like. So, sequence, one task after another in order. Selection is a question that has two different results based off the answer to that question. And a loop just repeats until something is done. Now, pseudocode is essentially written in English, but it's just very structured. All right, this might be a little bit hard to see, so I'll make it a bit bigger. So in this one, it says procedure GEC t equals 0, initialize pop t, which initializes the population. You evaluate the population. While not done, dad equals select. Okay, well, it seems like a pretty. It seems like some sort of program that's generating a population. So there's two parents that are generating an offspring, right, and increasing the total population. That's probably a bit of a complicated one to start with, but okay. So this is what these flowcharts would look like in pseudocode. So a sequence, just all in order, would be, for example, making bread. Add flour, add salt, add yeast, mix, water, knead, rise, bake, right? Iteration, or a loop, looks a bit different. So if the number of teeth cleaned is 0, put toothpaste on the brush, and you repeat cleaning a tooth, and then you add 1 to the number of teeth cleaned, and you repeat this until you've cleaned all your teeth, and then you rinse your toothbrush. Alright, so that's repeating the same action a lot of times. Then there is, that's the same one, a selection. So in this one, if a student's test is greater than 60, then, or 60 or greater, print passed, otherwise print failed. Right? Here's another one. Are you going out to play today? If yes, then you have to put on a hat. Right? So that's another structured version about how this is going to work. All right. So there's a couple of control structures here. Start, stop, or begin, end is used to start or stop or begin or end a program. Right? No bonus points for guessing that one right. It's basically the first and last thing you do. Actions are just a series of steps, like a sequence. An if condition is a what's it called again? I'm drawing a blank. It's a selection. That's what it's called. Right, so it's just a question based off a question. Same with if else, right? Which is very similar as this one above. The difference being that else also provides a counter option. So if this doesn't happen, or the idea being that if this happens, something happens, or if it doesn't happen, something happens. All right. So then there's another control structure here, repeat. And the question is, what does repeat do? Well, that's a loop or an iteration. Right. So it repeats something until the condition is met. Right. So you're going to have a go at a couple of these in a second. So pseudocode conventions. Firstly, you need to identify 5 things, or 1 to 5 things in here. There could be a loop, it could be a condition, could be an action, could be start, end. Try and label about 5 things in here, all right, that match up with something from this table. Okay. Then you've got a few questions to answer based off some pseudocode. So this is a soft drink dispenser for 30 cans. Let's have a look at what it does. So it says begin, open coin slot, cans equals 30. And it's going to repeat this action where it says if coin is inserted, dispense can, take 1 away from cans until cans equals 0. All right? And then it says close the coin slot. So there's a few questions for you to think about there. Here's another one for cooking a bacon and egg pie. All right. So you set the temperature to 230, set the timer to 10 minutes, you repeat check time until time is equal to 0. You reduce the temperature to 180, you set the time for 30 minutes, you check time until time equals 0 as well, and then you turn off the heat. Selection program, begin, play a scale. Alright, so you can fill in this one yourself. If you're working with a music teacher, you've got to try and play the scale without making any mistakes. See if you can fix that up. And then there seems to be one more activity, which is talking about pseudocode for a library and how that's going to work. All right, so you're going to have to go through and answer these questions here. All of them will have their own individual pages, right? And then there's a revision activity if you have time, but I'll push out all of these individual pages to you so they're all in your OneNote ready to go. All right, thanks guys, enjoy the rest of your day.